I think that is good. Am I like hearing myself? I'm not sure if that's a good thing. Oh, am I playing music? But I can't really hear it? But OBS can hear it though. I don't know why I can't hear it. Okay, yeah, I said I was gonna be live, but I was not ready. I was not ready at all. I was not ready. Let me see. Here we go. We get freaking whatever this is. Here we go. Oh, what's up? Oxosger? Oxosger. Oxosger? Thanks for the follow. And also Nihil2501, thanks for the follow. 300 followers. Look at that. That's cool. Okay, so today there's sunlight. Let me hold on. Hold on a second. I I gotta fix this. I don't know what's wrong with my audio. Um, like I don't even know what it's. For some reason, like I can't hear it. Hold on a second. This multi-output. Oh, I see. Okay, I can't hear it because I think the headphones are really low. Oh, there we go. Okay, that was my fault. I think OBS is fine though. Okay. You know what? I found this really great one. I found this really good one that I really love. This is it. It's so good. Like it puts me straight into the zone. I just gotta skip. I just gotta stick with Outrun. You know. All right. Now that I've like ruined the thumbnail, cool. On Twitch, like everyone's gonna be like, this guy's just browsing the web. What's he doing? All right. Let me zoom in with this. Yeah. Okay. Let me make this a little clearer. Let me zoom in on this one too. Big, big, large, and in charge. There we go. Now you can see it. I don't think I'll be doing anything with this one, but we'll make it big anyway. All right. Okay. Look, I wasn't kidding. All right. About transcending routes. I wasn't joking. Yeah, I'm not sure if the sun is good. Maybe if I turn this on. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, it looks more even, right? Okay. All right. Let me just tweet and tell people I'm actually on. Okay, let me hold on. Oh my gosh, the notifications, they get me. You know? Wait, wait, wait. Okay. Um okay. My feeble attempts at like trying to be social. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. So first of all, what are server? First of all, let's talk about routes. Let's talk about routes for a second. I'm gonna be on for like an hour, so because then I have a meeting at 12:30. Let's talk about routes. Routes, I'm not into it. You know, I'm not into routes at all. Like, okay, I think the worst thing that I think it made sense though. Like, I think here, like let's look at Rails routing, right? Here we go. This is my main problem with routing. All right. So I think this right here, right? I think this makes sense. I think it made sense in 2005. Um, I don't think there was like the reason it made sense is because browsers were really they didn't have anything, right? They didn't have local storage. They didn't have anything. So this made sense, but honestly, it would have been better. Like, okay, so what is the point of this, right? What's the point of this dynamic route here? One is that you don't want to use query params, right? Which their query strings were around. Um, but the other thing is like you didn't. Hold on, I think I'm too close to this mic. Hold on. There we go. Okay. The other thing is like you didn't let me move a little bit actually. Okay, there we go. The other thing is like you didn't want you wanted your routes to look good, right? Like, oh, URLs are cool, like we want dynamic segments in routes, but it's like fuzzy, right? Like, so I mean the real goal is to, even with query strings or the little hash thing or whatever, the anchor tag in the URL, is to like map state to the application, right? Like, so when you go to here, you know that you're trying to see a particular screen, right? Like you're trying to see the patient screen with the ID of 17, right? Um, but it's like fuzzy. It's like not specific enough. It's like if you're trying to do this, you might as well now. I mean, you might as well go all the way, right? Like this should be either a hash of the current application state from the database or from local storage, right? So I could make that argument about dynamic routes, right? Um, but if you're not going to do that, like who cares? Who cares if I get like partial state, right? I have to load everything. Like let's say I'm on the patient's page and I was like filling out a text area, right? So if I was filling out a text area, I lost everything, right? Like, and I navigated away and I came back, I lost everything. All the stuff I was typing. Oh, but luckily I can get back to the same page, but just restarted, right? I mean, this is my main problem too with like Rails and all that stuff generally is like it it doesn't, you're not even in the play, like the tools like they change how you think. The tools change how you think about your app and how you're developing it, and like React and like having an initial state, it starts to make you think like, oh, this could come from anywhere, right? Like this state doesn't have to come from this URL or like some weird hodgepodge of like URL and like, oh, maybe local storage, like maybe the cookie, maybe like the database somehow. No, it's like it all comes from the top, right? And it works its way down through your components. It's actually really freaking nice. Like, it's like, I mean, the React way, React itself, I don't like, right? Like that particular implementation is not great. But but yeah, I don't want to get off topic. So anyway, we don't need this, right? If we're not going to use this to like maintain state in the app, we don't need like dynamic URLs anymore. And like dynamic URLs add so much complexity to web frameworks, because the whole thing is trying to like you're you're doing all this stuff. Like Rails, this whole thing is built around this. Like you have to do a route and then it goes to a controller and the controller has actions and it's like everything follows from this. This is like this is the reason Rails is not really used that often anymore, I think, is because I think people understood that like not only is it nice to like not really think about event handlers like with React or whatever, but it's also nice to not have to like what if you just made routes static, right? Like there's a login route, log out, sign up. Um, there's a route route. I mean, there's routes into your application, but like if you visit that route, it you can use the session cookie, right? And you can use local storage to like hash state in the app. Like so you can have like local storage serialize all the state on the page. And then just like when you load that static route, right? Um, when you load that static route, it goes, "Oh, I know what you wanted," right? Based on like which user you were and like what you were looking at, right? We don't actually need dynamic routes anymore. Anyway, that's my rant. Okay, so let's actually see what that looks like, right? Let's see what it looks. If I could just every stream is just me ranting about Rails because I have to use it every day at work. Okay. So let me actually show you what it looks like. Hold on. So I don't like dioxus server functions are good as they are, and they're working on a better way, right? Which I yeah, they're working on a better way. Um, uh, somewhere in here, I don't remember. Server, server. Um, oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, it's already merged. Okay, so they already have a better way, right? Um, so this is good. Like before, you had to like register it like a route, which felt kind of like, what's the point, you know? But now you don't even have to register it, right? So like if you look at this, if we go to full stack actually, so this is what I will probably do this actually. But I wanted more control over things, so I like re-implemented it kind of crappily, and that's probably what I'll use today. Um, but yeah, so if you look at these examples, oh wait, hold on. Is Rails dead? No, Ruby on Rails, it's not going to die. Like, yeah, it's used by, but if you look at this in 5 years, it's going to be the same company, the same companies, right? Like, it's not going to be anyone new, you know? Um, in fact, six of the top 10, yeah, like years ago, right? Six of the top 10 built on Ruby, right? But that, okay, all right, hold on. Um, thanks. Oh, also welcome to the stream. I started learning Rails 6 months ago. I've never liked any framework like it. Love it. Yeah. Look, I mean, like, okay. I mean, I agree. Like, I agree. Like, when Rails, I've been doing Rails since 2011, 2011. I started, so Rails 2 and 3 were completely different. They were not good. Um, But yeah, Rails 7 is like a return to normalcy. I will say that. Rails 6, um, with Webpacker and Rails 5 even. Um, yeah. But like, look, I mean, I work with Rails every day, and I've done so for the last what 12 years, right? Um, and it's not because I'm like, oh, I've worked with it for 12 years and I hate it now. It's like I see all the flaws, I guess, and like all the legacy that they're like bogged down by. And like, I'm not even sure, no one really cares, right? Because like no one really cares about this except for me. I'm like the only one in the world who cares about like all this weird stuff. Wait. What's this? Demonthos automatically encodes route information that is not in the URL in the history API. So you can use a static route for something like home, but still store the state of the page and go back to it. Rails 7 is totally different. Yes, Rails 7 is nicer, but it's still like there's a lot of annoying sharp edges. Um, okay, I have to read this. Hold on. We're gonna go through this together because I don't know what this means. Um, okay, yeah, Rails will never die. Like I'm not saying Rails is like gonna die, right? Rails will still be used, right? Yeah, I like, but it'll just be like marginalized, I guess. Like I mean, it today if I was gonna make something like, oh, I'm gonna use Laravel, Django, or Rails, it's gonna be Laravel, right? PHP was like built for the web. Ruby, I don't know. Look, I mean, honestly, like my problems with Rails are they're deep. You know what I mean? Like I've been scarred like over the years, you know? And I'm not sure like if anyone can convince me like, oh yeah, no, Rails is like great developer experience. Like you'll never run into any issues, especially when your app gets bigger. Like, no, it's all totally fine. Like it's totally fine to do Rails G scaffold, right? And just have like 10 files for like one thing, like one like screen. It's like cool, like sweet. That's I mean, I don't know. If your app is crud, like I could see the argument for Rails, but barely. Like barely. All the stuff that we've done, like the web industry has like done since like I guess I don't see the point of Rails. Do you know what I mean? Greetings. Just checked yesterday's stream for a second, saw a little spiel on dioxus live view. Really cool. Yeah, live view is this is what I'm talking about. If I like dioxus live view, if I had to compare Rails and dioxus live view, it's like Rails is like hitting two sticks together trying to like make fire. But dioxus, you have like a flamethrower. Like, I mean, it's like dioxus live view especially. Like, if it was for 100% CRUD app, I would go with dioxus live view every single time. Only because when you get to like Rails action cable, and you're like, oh, it's time to do like turbo streams or whatever. It's so awkward. Like, it's horrible. The amount of boilerplate I have to make to do action cable stuff at work. Admittedly, we're on Rails 6 still, but like, it's it's unbelievable. Like, I have to make the channel. I have to make a channel JS. I have to hook it up to my background job. I have like, it's unbelievable. Like, we actually made our own abstraction on top of action cable, like that's not turbo streams because it's so obnoxious. I'm still trying to understand the spectrum of full stack programming models. Next.js app router, and also, have you seen this before? Yeah, electric. Yeah, me and that guy, we follow each other on Twitter. His name's Dustin. Dustin? Let's see. He's probably in here somewhere. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Yeah, Dustin gets. Um, that dude, he is dedicated to the cause. Like, yeah, Dustin gets. Electric sounds dangerous. um, that's funny that you'd say that. There's like multiple meetings there, Demandos. Um, but yeah, closure is that seems like it would be really easy to publicly expose secrets. I mean, yeah, yeah, if you're not paying too much attention, right? Electric is really cool though. Like, but Dustin Getz has been working on this for a long time. Like, it's funny because we were both like making trying to like experiment with web frameworks around the same time, and I think that's why he followed me. I have no idea. I followed him because of the same reason. I knew he was gonna like make something really cool. But yeah, once he came up with his like streaming DAG thing, I was like, oh yeah, this is really freaking cool. I mean, it's basically React Server Components before React Server Components, right? But it's like also better because it like completely blurs the line. Like, um, uh, yeah. But yeah, I guess the main problem with electric, someone was saying like, oh, it's like hard to debug when like something does go wrong, like serialization wise. I mean, I could see that, I guess, but I haven't tried it. But no, it looks cool. Why are languages like Rust, Clojure, Lisp have weird syntax? um, I mean, weird is subjective, right? All these frameworks, Laravel copy. I didn't even see this. Copied all these concepts, routing RM from Rails. Yes, and Rails like I would probably admit that Laravel especially probably did it better, right? Yeah, his claim is a web language plus every single thing is functional reactive or something like this. Yeah. I mean, like, look, if you want some clarity on full stack programming models, this is the industry, right? Like, I don't want to go into history, but like basically there's like right now, there's like two schools of thought. One is live view, right? Phoenix, Daxis live view, and there's some other ones too, like sub millisecond, um, which is also Rust. Uh, so you have the everything on the server still, right? Like regular from the before times, but it's using a WebSocket. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. So there's live view, and then there's like that now that the React people realize how bad spas are, right? Everyone does, I think. Because like, okay, anyway, so there's SSR, right? SSR plus hydration. There's also like quick, which is like they call it like deserialization or something. I don't even know what they call it. What do they call it? I have no freaking clue. What are they? What are they saying? Like suspend and resume or something? What is it? Yeah. What do they call this? Resumable. They call it resume, right? Quick cast start on the server, serializing the state into HTML and resuming execution. Yeah, this is kind of what I was thinking. Like the other day, I was like, oh, I should just have tags in the like I should just have data attributes or whatever in the HTML, and then start doing all this stuff. I mean, I don't like it. It's interesting that the JS splitting is like built into the framework. That's kind of cool, I guess. Like, I don't know. But yeah, quick seems pretty cool. But yeah, so like basically it's the same idea though, right? The same idea is like you ship HTML to the browser and then event handlers are hooked up, right? The other idea, and you could like get into the hairy details, or it's live view. Basically those two, right? Yeah, resumability. Yeah, yeah. So like, I don't know. You could choose, right? But live view has it has some disadvantages, but it also has a lot of advantages too. Like it's so simple. um, Everything's on the server, right? So it's like this is I guess this is probably similar to the difference between like runtime versus like build time. I feel like SSR plus hydration or like resumability is like more like a build time concern because you're like sending the HTML off to the browser, and then the runtime is like their problem, like the client's problem. But for like the live view, it's like more like a runtime, right? Like the server gets all the events like as they happen, right? That's kind of how I think of it, I guess. Um, but yeah, live view is very simple. Like you don't have to, it's a static amount of JavaScript that you're sending, right? So every page load is the same amount of JavaScript. It's like about, for dioxus, it's like 28K. And then all the dioxus JavaScript is doing is 28K ungzipped, unminified. The only thing it's doing is it's just sending you all the stuff over the WebSocket, all the events. And then you're just like responding to them on the server. It's a very nice model. Dioxus relies on WASM rather than some sugar for JS like Phoenix Live View. Dioxus Live View uses JavaScript, not WASM. But Dioxus Web does use WASM. And so like there's a bridge between like the JavaScript. It's the same idea, I guess, on the Rust side, is that the JavaScript runs DOM stuff and there's like a bridge to WASM Rust. And then there's like, so you have to communicate back and forth between that. But it's on the same computer. So it's like uh, faster than live view, faster interactive time, like because there's the bandwidth problem, right? Yeah, live view's only real problem is like bandwidth, or like you have to be on the edge, right? You basically have to use fly IO or something like it to you have to be near people, and then you have a distributed computing problem, right? Like where you don't have your database like, oh, someone bought a domain. Hopefully they didn't use Google domains. Um, but yeah, but Dioxus Web is WASM. Dioxus Live View is it does or yeah, Dioxus Live View uses JavaScript, right? But you don't write JavaScript, right? In Dioxus Live View, you only write Rust, right? Well, in both situations you only write Rust, but the difference is like there's no WASM that you have to ship to the browser, right? Here I'll show you. I'll show you. All right. Well, oh shoot, I only have I have less than an hour. Okay, I'll show you. So this is my thingy that I did, my little uptime monitor that I didn't finish. So look, there's only one JS file with this tailwind, but this is the JavaScript um, that Dioxus ships right here. It starts right here. So it's this 1,200 lines of JavaScript. I changed it a little bit. But yeah, that's all you ever ship, right? That's it. And then in the actual application, it's just all Rust. So like, um, let's go to like the root component, right? So this feels like React, right? There's props. You can like have context, right? Um, you can respond to click events, right? So like when you add a thing, you just sort of like spawn a future and then you just add the stuff in your database. You can just call the database because it's on the server, right? So it's like, and then here's the HTML, right? So like you can have like a button, right? And then you can respond to, so like here, I'll show you. Okay. So like if I click this button, right? This thing pops up. So that was an event, right, to the server. Every single click, every single like mouse move is an event. So here we can see it. Okay, so here, click it again. See that event happened, right? And then when I add a say I clicked into the thing, and that was an event because I think I have blur event or something on this outer component. So if I click this, it's an event, right? Um, yeah, it's so simple. Like it's dead simple. I love it. And then you can you can just have HTML or RSX and then event handlers, and then event handlers just call the database. It's like the co-location to the extreme, right? The HTMX person would be very proud. But that is only framework JS because Phoenix Live uses app.js expressed in their weird form of sugar for bits of client-side interactivity. But does dioxus not require that sugar? Even client interactivity is implemented in Rust somehow? No, like for live view, it's just that JavaScript that I showed you. So the difference between Phoenix and Dioxys Live View is that Phoenix is they're doing more things and they're using like morph DOM to like minimize like bandwidth, right? But Dioxys Live View is sending events for the virtual DOM that Dioxys will render, right? They're sending all that stuff to the server, right? Do you see this? Like they sent the X position of the mouse and the Y position, and they sent like which element was clicked and like what the param was, what the method was. This is just like a streaming thing of like events happening, and then you also have like insert after to like, okay, this is what's gonna happen when it gets back to the client, right? So yeah, it's just that JavaScript. Like there's no other JavaScript for Dioxys Live View. It never, yeah, you don't. There's no WASM. RxJS over the wire in a nutshell. I don't know anything about RxJS, but I don't know. I guess I mean this is just VDOM stuff. Like it's not like a reactive. I mean it is reactive, like in terms of like React JS, but like it's not. Yeah, it's just. Also, welcome to the stream. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you only have to serve just that JavaScript. That's it, and then you can just do regular Dioxys stuff, and it feels amazing. It feels incredible. Um, yeah, I mean, even on like LTE, the bandwidth's not horrible. I have that on a VPS. You can play with it too if you want. Uptime.swalker.com. But yeah, it's not horrible. Um, yeah. I mean, it's definitely you can feel the bandwidth on like really bad LTE, but yeah. RxJS, you have a pub sub architecture. You sub to events and then do things on what kind of event that is. Yeah. Look, but I will say that's all internal to Dioxys. Like, if you don't care about WebSocket stuff, like, you don't have to care. Like, all you know is that you just did button on click, and then now in the on click function, you're just like doing database stuff. And you're like, sweet. Like, I don't have to worry about routes or anything. Sweet. Okay. All right. Uh, yes. Look, do I think that new Y Combinator companies are I don't think that list is going to change. I guess that's my argument about the Y Combinator thing and the Rails thing. Now that I'm closing tabs. Okay, let's look at this enum based router because this is kind of what I've been doing too. Although you can do dynamic segments even with an enum based router. It's just like statically typed. This document is a summary of some API ideas, blah blah blah. Okay. Oh, cool. All right. Austria. Oh my gosh, we're worldwide. Functionality is a massive improvement from the current router, but the API docs become more complicated as an attempt to unify some of the concept. Simple API, internal links should be type safe and infallible. Allow layout. Oh, that's one thing that Phoenix does do a little better. Allow layout components to be run in parallel. Allow layout components to be run in parallel. More of an architectural container, but this is not being implemented. Okay. Um, oh, I don't really understand what that means. Um, component fetching and fetch change. Oh, yes. Like, yes. Okay, I get it. You want to run things. Yeah, you don't want to wait for the tree. Interesting. Dioxus might be in YC. We will convert them all. Seriously, like I think people like they hear Rust and they like shut down. Like they're just like, "Oh, like that's not for me. I don't need performance. I don't need safety. Like, oh, I can't I feel like I can't do anything. Like the compiler just yells at me all the time." It's like, dude, it's because you're a bad programmer. Like I'm a bad programmer. Like we're all bad programmers. Like let the computer be better at what the computer does. Like we have to work together here, like us and the computer, or in this case, Rust C, right? The compiler, Rust Analyzer. Yeah, I suppose something we haven't seen but is totally intelligible is RSC as WASM. But why though? Like why? Why would you? Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I wonder how Electric does it. I wonder. There's no way they would do closure to WASM because that'd be like JVM, right? Maybe there's like a special runtime. I have no idea. Yeah, I wonder how Electric does it because yeah, they have. Oh, that's true. They have closure script. That's true, which is just JavaScript. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, RSC as WASM. I mean, I bet you the first one to do it will probably be Dioxus, right? Like, I mean, Leptos might do it, but I'm not quite sure. Like, I don't know. I bet you Dioxys will do it. Like server functions, it's pretty close. I actually almost prefer server functions to React server components. I think, I think trying to erase the boundary as much as possible between the network or the network boundary is a good idea. But like, but yeah, um, use client is awkward, right? Like we can all agree that use client is awkward. Okay, cool. I'm still kind of a noob in a lot of ways. Appreciate the conversation. Hey, no problem. We have talked about it, and I'm not sure it is something we want to implement. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's super awkward. That's what I mean. Like electric is also. I mean, it's basically RSC enclosure, and it's like similarly awkward. You're like, this is. It seems like it seems crazy. Like I mean, is this something I really want to do? Like, yeah, it's almost like I'd rather do live view than RSC because I think the separation of front end and back end is still separate. Getting some way to nest live view SSR WASM would be nice. Oh I totally agree. Like, yeah, that's like the holy grail. Like, and I love that the VDOM lets you do that, right? Like, everyone's all talking about signals. They're all hot and bothered by signals. It's like, dude, like, just relax. Don't worry about signals. Like, we don't actually want a real DOM. Like, we want a virtual DOM. We so we want to render in multiple places. I don't know how it'll affect the dynamic of front end and back end devs. I think that's I front end and back end. It was an awkward period in web development history, and I'm glad it's coming to an end. I we that should not be there should not be a difference. We've specialized too much, and I mean, specialization is for insects, right? Like we're not insects. We're humans. We synthesize things. Like we bring things together to build good stuff. Like sometimes we bring people together too, and like I understand why you'd want a dedicated front end person and a back end person, at least for the days of React. But I'm glad that we're over that now and we're back to like how it should be. Web development's not that freaking complicated. Like it's the browser does all the work and the database does they both do all the real work, right? So it's like we don't need multiple people to do one website. Like we can make the websites ourselves. So yeah, no, I'm glad that like the tooling is getting to a point where it's better developer experience than Rails or whatever and React. Like Dioxys is probably the first time where I'm like, oh yeah, I see. Like I've been living under a rock. Like I should use this instead of Rails. There's still a kind of natural separation between domain modeling. It becomes some API and presentations and GUI perhaps. Wait. Um. Yeah. Uh, I guess it depends what you mean, right? By API and presentations and GUI. Oh, you're talking about like MVC, right? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. I actually don't know. Like, I mean, I wouldn't. like if you look at Apple with Swift UI, um, they seemed MVVM. Yeah, which I mean, like, what is that even? I don't even know what that is. It seems like they don't want that. Like Objective C was like almost a failure. It's Rust time, baby. Like I only have half an hour, so I don't know how far I'm gonna get now. Um, yeah, it's going good. It's going good. We're just talking about we're just talking about full stack development. Um, but yeah, separating front end and back end, like, dude, I'm so glad. Rust, by the way. Dude, we're so back. Like, Rust is back. The foundation has got its act together. Okay. We're so back. Like, we're 100% full steam, full meme. We're doing it. Okay. Let me look at this real quick. And then I really want to get to my server function thing, which I should use dioxus server functions, but I want to wait. I want to wait till it's fully released. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be doing nightly stuff and like messing with people's. I just want to wait until I'll just use 0.3 and I'll use my dumb proc macro stuff, and then I'll once it comes out and there's no more registering, which is clearly better than what I've done with the enums. Um, then yeah, I'll switch over. Let's see. Each variant is a route with a linked component. Okay. Dynamic segments are defined with syntax name. I was just saying I don't need dynamic routes. But no, this is cool though. This is cool. Okay, so let me see. Enum route one. Okay, and then you can nest them. Okay, this is pretty cool. Okay, queries are defined with syntax. Takes query. Okay. Um, oh, it's like a query string. Okay. Wait, did the music stop? Oh no, it did. Okay, there we go. Thank goodness. All right. Launching my first Rust framework in 7 days. So hyped. Oh, really? Oh, shoot. Let me see. What is it? Link it. We gotta check that out. Um. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah. So let me see. This is cool. Nested routes. Um, look, look. I was just railing against routes, like how I don't really care about them anymore. And then you come in with this route thing. Look, I've transcended routes. Okay, like I don't want routes anymore. I want what I really want though. Which I don't know if this is gonna do. The link component can remain. Yeah, like I think routes are like a weird, like partial state change. Like routes are only one part of the story. Like I think realistically, like on GitHub, right? If you start a new issue and you start typing and then you accidentally refresh, it doesn't matter because it saves that what you were typing. That's more what that's what people want, right? Like they want their web thing, their web experience to be like not fragile, right? Like I so many times I've like accidentally hit Command R on a GitHub pull request or something, and I'm like, oh no, oh thank goodness, like thank goodness GitHub thought it through and like stored what I was typing to local storage. You know, it reads very well, very unlike of Rust. Oh, got him. It can do that. Oh, it can do that? What is even the point of refresh at that point? Well, I mean, I don't want to lose what I was typing, right? But I can refresh like all their assets. So like if there's some kind of weird bug that doesn't involve local storage or like the text area stuff, I can like get rid of that, right? But like, do we want refresh though? Like how much refresh do we want? Like I don't want to lose what's in my text stuff. Like I don't want to lose that. If you include your state in the route enum, even if it isn't used in the actual route, it will be auto saved. Oh shoot. Did I miss that? You can nest routes, parent queries, redirects. Oh, like if you put it in the struct, right? So even if it's not part of the route, you can just make your struct. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. Members can be parsed from all the trailing segments. Oh, this is pretty cool too, though. It's like completely dynamic, right? Um, Shoot. So it doesn't have to be a part of the thing. Oh, what happened to my thing? Oh man. All right, let's do another one. Hang on. Oh my gosh, I got 26 minutes for a meeting. Frick. Okay, I really have to here. Let's start with this one. Okay, is this good? Okay, all right. Yeah. Yeah, refresh is only for fixing their bugs, but also closing a browser window is the actual use case. Yeah. But honestly, like Tmux is pretty sweet, like or Zellige, right? It's sweet to like save everything and just completely shut down your computer, come back, and then hit reload and like it's there. Like that's it's pretty mind blowing. And it will work with history buttons. Oh, history with the push state. When can we get? Dude, I mean, it is looking pretty sweet. I've been doing some weird stuff with I'm like, oh, let me just make this. Let me just add this. Let me add this. But yeah, dioxus is getting to the point where it's like hard to ignore. You know. When can we get file-based routing though? Dude, get out of here with this file-based. I don't like this enum stuff. Darren, Darren Baldwin, are you serious? Potentially building. Oh, file-based. Don't. I'm glad that it's going to be opt-in because I hate multiple files. I don't want to talk about multiple files right now because I'm so off topic with this. Like I haven't even like written anything. All right, let's get into it. Single file is the way to go. Okay, I'm sorry. Like you need one file like in your project. File-based routing makes things so simple. Dude, it makes things so complicated. Are you kidding me? Oh, it helps with the module structure. I really hate this pages and layout business. Yeah, me too. That's what I'm saying. It's sushi. Yes, let's get Darren Baldwin to our side. The old stuff was so good. Yes, exactly. Dude, I like the table of I like a table of contents. You know what I mean? And I don't want it to be in the file structure. I mean, the Next.js app router sucks. I agree. Okay. Okay. File is a hack to compensate for IDE shortcomings is the extreme argument. Um, yeah, that's nihil. Nihil. That's how I feel. I don't know how to say it. Nihil. Nihil. Yes, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Good file-based routing, like old Next had, is good. Um, I don't know. I didn't actually use that. I don't know. I don't know what that means. But any file-based routing, like if you have a good IDE, like Rust Analyzer is amazing. Like it's incredible. And it's crazy that it's free. Like it's so freaking good. And Dioxus too. Like they're all so good. It's like how can this be free, dude? What you only need one file. Like you can just except Rust Analyzer sucks. It always breaks. What? Have you not seen the stream? It like the only time the only time it ever breaks. Okay, it does break sometimes, but the only time it ever breaks is when I do something weird with cargo. Okay, with the cargo toml, when I do something weird, then I have to like restart the LSP. But other than that, it doesn't actually break. Like it's totally fine. But it could just be Helix. I heard people had problems with VS Code and Rust Analyzer. I have to restart the server like 10 times a day. Oh, it breaks on VS Code. Yeah. I don't have a little beep thing, otherwise I would. Yeah. I think that might be a VS Code problem. Like I don't think that happens like NeoVim, I think you also have to restart it occasionally. But yeah. Look, I mean it's free. Like it's free open source, like it's incredible. Typical Electron shenanigans. All right. Let me just at least look at this. What did I okay, server functions. Oh, I am not gonna get to this. Okay, let me see. Let me just at least look at what I did before. Um, okay, let me see. What did I do? Proc macros. Okay, so there's only one proc macro. Thank goodness. Look, if I could put a proc macro in the same file as my app, I would, but I can't. Okay, I don't actually know. Let me zoom out a little bit. I don't actually know like what I need. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that was my main problem with server. I gotta get over my feature thing. I gotta get over like I really want to call it backend instead of SSR. But yeah, I think this is good. I think I can use this. I don't think I have to write anything for this. Thank goodness. Let me see. Blah blah blah. Okay. What else did I do? Oh, I was also using Poem too, and not Axum. But I got over my fear of traits, and now I'm using Axum. I also got over my fear of not having a CSRF token, and I also got over my fear of like looking up. Oh, my dog is going crazy right now. Whoa, that's intense. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, I also got over my fear of like encrypted cookie sessions. As soon as you work on a team with other engineers, having separate files and a good module structure. Oh, I think someone's at my door. As soon as you work on a team with other engineers, having separate files and a good module structure suddenly becomes super important. Oh, that's true. That's actually true. I love splitting stuff into files more than anyone, but there's a utopia where they are just obsolete. Yes, yes, modules are timeless. Yes, modules are timeless. I totally agree. Like the file as an abstraction is like such a holdover from like 1960s Unix or whatever. I don't know. It's like who cares? Like they're not files in a file cabinet. Modules, separating modules. Yes, and I will say this. Look, I did this recently for this project. Look at this. This module, you can see the front end module, right? Right here. And then you can see the back end module right here. So good. Same file. Perfect. Perfection. Perfection. Like incredible. All right. Let me see what I can like copy over for this real quick. I got 20 minutes. Yeah. Oh shoot, this is pretty extensive. I did some pretty extensive things here. Okay. I actually like built it into poem too. Oh no, this is just state, I think. Let me see. What did I do? Luckily poem and axum are like the same framework and I could just move this over. What did I do? Oh, I have stay backend data. What's backend data? Oh, yeah. That's just like state. Okay, cool. And then backend has what? Backend props? What did I do? What did I do here? Oh, that's just this. Okay, that's fine. And then so like on post is when the action happens, right? Which I don't. Oh, yeah. This is the backend function. Right. Yeah. I guess I did my whole rant on routes because I only have 2 routes in this. There's only one for get and one for post. Oh shoot. Yeah, let me see. I wonder if I can I wonder if I can copy some of this stuff. I love it. Except the 2K line main RS makes things really not fun. Wait, really? A 2K? A 2K line main RS? You're speaking my language right now. Are you kidding me? Dude, it's incredible. Okay, look, you got to follow this guy on Twitter, Levels.io. I mean, you're probably following him. Levels.io, right? You got to follow him. Look, source. What's in source? Oh, there's 3. Oh, loser. Complete loser. Let's see how big main is, though. Oh, here we go. 16. Oh, no, 1,700 lines. 1,700 lines. There you go. Dude, perfect. That's what it is though. Like, and I had all the database stuff in there before. Even this project that does nothing is already 156 lines. But I will say that I kept this pretty okay. Like, so I have this module thing now, which was my main problem before. But Rust Analyzer understands to put the auto use thing at the top of the module. So that was my main problem with server functions before, like with the front end, or like the SSR, not SSR feature flag thing. And so like so it puts all the things here, right? And then I can use Tokyo main like normal, right? And have 2 main functions and then just call those from here. And I don't really understand how I don't understand how I can call an A's. Well, I guess it's in a loop. But yeah, maybe I'm doing something wrong here. I'm not actually sure. Like how do you find look, I'll tell you how I find stuff, okay? Like, look, you just do this. Space S for symbols, and then all your symbols are here, right? Everything in the whole app is here, right? The names are super important. I will say that like the names become really important. IDE can show a hierarchy of modules and functions. Yes, exactly, exactly. But for me, I keep it flat, because like Helix keeps it flat. I don't know. But yeah, you can also do like global, like across. But like this sucks. Like look how bad this is. But this gets into it, and everything's a function, right? You know, I mean, some things are structs, but like I usually just use structs as like data bags or whatever you call them. Plain old Rust objects, right? Plain old Rust objects. It's not really even an object; it's just struct. Okay, let me start. Let me start copying this stuff over. I think for this, I can copy I can copy this. Let me make this bigger. XL what T source. That is not the right thing to do. To source. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's exit T to L to source. There we go. Oh wait, this is the wrong. No, this is right. What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? Oh, it's in proc macros, not source. Should it be in source though? What did I do with this? Cargo toml? Oh my gosh, I can't even spell. Let's just go back here. We have workspace. Oh, workspace. Yeah. Okay, let's do that first. So now the thing will start falling apart probably. We don't need that either. Let's see, proc macros, and then we can just copy try out down server functions, proc macros. We get CPR though, right? Yeah, we'll just put it here. Okay. Did I do that right? Oh, I also changed the name too. Wait, what? Is it in source? It's nowhere. I have no idea where I just copied that. Proc macros. Where am I? Oh, it is there. Oh, it is there. I was just in the wrong. Oh, I'm in server functions. So stupid. So dumb. Try server functions. Whoops. Proc macros. Look, it also could be my own problem, right? Like this could be my own. It could be a skill issue with the files, But I do like the idea of modules, not files. I also like just large and in charge files. All right, let me see. Okay, there's some unused stuff, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so now I've got this, and then now that I have the proc macros, I have to look at main. Okay, whatever. Let's see, what did I do that was like special, right? I think I just have like the on post, and that's it pretty much. Backend functions here. I know I needed that. Okay. Okay, so now I can probably just like derive this thing. And we're gonna just do like what dioxus does, which is like just adding two numbers. I can put them anywhere, I guess. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, what do they do actually? What do they do? I mean, all this stuff I'm doing is like you don't actually have to do this. You can just use dioxus. And you should. And you should use dioxus for this instead. You should just use axum and dioxus, and that's it. Okay, communicating with server. Oh, I also need certi. That's a good point. That's a good point. Oh my gosh, optional. Wait. No. That one's not optional. That's real. Okay, that's a real one. That's a real one. Okay, so let's see. What do they do here? It was like double or something. Is that what they double server? Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll just copy that. Okay. Let's see. What else is there? Oh, because what do we call it? Double server. Double server. Double server. Yeah. My implementation's so awkward. Like now that I'm looking at this, um, yeah, it's horrible. Okay. Then I just call it backend, right? But yeah, I swear that I will put this. I will move over to dioxus's version. I swear. I swear. Especially now that the register's not there. Sure. I'm serious. I'm serious. I stop messing around. Look, I love writing proc macros. Like when I can do a proc macro, I'm like, oh sweet. Like I'll just do that. No, but the now that the register is done, like dioxus is much better than mine. Which maybe I'll do this now and then tomorrow I'll do real. I'll just switch over to nightly. And then I don't want to switch to nightly though. I want to wait. I want to wait till it's done, till it's ready to go. Let me see, double server. We can just do like async fn. Double server. Yeah, server cx. Oh, that's one thing I need to copy too, right? Server cx. It's also really nice to just control everything, I guess, instead of like traits. What is wrong? What is wrong? What am I doing? Oh, there we go. I also did this, which is like so hacky. It's horrible. Okay. So dumb. So dumb. What does that have to return? A result? Did I keep that? Oh, I did. I also had problems with my proc macro where like I had to do something special to like get the result. Like I'll have to look at that. I'm not sure what I did there. It's also nice to own the error too. It's pretty freaking nice. What is it, like U64 or something? What does double server do? Oh, U size. Ooh, what? U size. Dang. That's that's something. Dang, so dynamic. So nice. Implicit. Number was U size, right? Man, this mic picks up everything. Oh my gosh. All right, what else was it do? Cool. Yeah, do I not have app in? Oh, I don't have app error. But I should. I should have app error. We'll just do like a shared app error. Okay. Oh, that was the other problem. The app error. What am I using here? Oh, that's it. That's all I'm. Oh, I actually have enums in the stupid thing. All right. All right. What did I do? What did I call it? What was it? I was just looking at it. JSON serialize. Yeah, the proc macro needs that. Okay. Eventually this. Oh my gosh, I have 8 minutes. There's no way. There's no way. We can restart, but the thing's totally broken. There's one other thing that I had to. It was no, it wasn't this. Oh, what did I do to this thing? Oh, I added a file. Okay. The main I did like I had post or something. I have to actually send the request. Oh, this is it. Call backend function. Yeah. Oh, I also have a bunch of stuff for GlueNet. That's obnoxious. I don't know if I even. This is a lot. What was I even doing? No wonder I got burnt out on this stupid. I was just making enums for everything. All right, let me. So dumb. All right, let me. Yeah, here we go. So stupid. All right, let me. Let's see. How can I get this to work? It's not horrible. Oh, I also hard coded it to JSON, which is another stupid thing I did. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. go at the top. Yeah, that's fine. This is, oh yeah, this is front end. Okay. Oh, I can just put this in the front end module, right? Instead of doing this. Oops. Perfect. Dude, why doesn't it put the space? Okay. There, now I can like actually do this. Why would I remove it? What was that? This is actually super. Yeah. Oh, I actually had the use in there. That's hilarious. This is oh, this is GlueNet. Yep. I also had to like I didn't really understand like I just started using dioxus and I didn't really understand the wider ecosystem of like WASM stuff. So I think I had to like do this for myself, you know? Because the framework like it helps you, but like it's only gonna help you so much. Oh, I have to. Did I not do GlueNet? Optional. Oh, is it a dash? It is. All right. So front end has GlueNet, and it has what else did I add? Oh, that's it pretty much. Okay. Yeah, the one thing about server functions that's awkward though is still that feature flag thing. Like, I don't. There's no way around it. I guess like you have to name it SSR. I don't think there's a. I don't think there's something you could do there. What else is what's broken? What's broken? Everything is broken. Okay, this is request. I am restarting. I was just talking about how Rust Analyzer is the best. But yeah, when I add crates, like it doesn't it doesn't really do a great job. Yeah, this. Yeah, we can just close the other buffers because I'm a one buffer person. That's it. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. What else should I import? App error? Oh, crate app error? No, it's super, didn't I? Oh, I have app error. Yeah, we'll just do use super app error. There we go. Yeah, what's up with Surdy? What's up with this? Undeclared crate error module Surdy. Really? I thought I added that. Did I? Oh, I forsaved. Surdy JSON. Okay. And then I think I could. That's like a common thing. I don't think I need to be optional. Yeah. I just restarted the LSP like so many times. But it's just crates. I swear. I swear it's just crates. Everything else with Rust, it's amazing. Oh, I think I need use super URL. Right. Okay, couldn't convert app error. That's my. I really wanted to use result here. Oh, frick. All right, I guess I'll just copy that over too. Oh my gosh, I have 2 minutes for my meeting. Okay, what a bummer. It's the same with TypeScript, also LSP restart. Yeah, I mean, when I'm like adding things, like usually I don't do this, right? Usually I'm not like copying things over from an old project, but I am doing it more and more. So I don't know. But yeah, usually if I had just done Dioxus Nightly, we would already be up and running. What was I doing? Oh yeah, the app error thing, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I did all this, but I didn't have this error either. But I'll just implement it anyway, right? We'll just implement it anyway. Um, yeah. I think can I do that for something that's not in the same module? Okay, app error. Can we just add this? Yeah. Can we add this one too? Yeah. Okay. What else? Trait bound, deserialize, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's go back to app error. derive, serialize, deserialize, clone. Cool. Cool. Okay. There's a enum variant double server. Try using the. Okay, yeah. Wait, what? Okay, let me see. Oh, cannot find backend function. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think I need to do like what? Is it like do I do proc? No, I just do backend. What did I call it? What did I call it? Proc macros. Backend and backend function? No. Interesting. Maybe my oh wait no, that's fine. Did I overwrite this? I did. I did overwrite this cargo double. So dumb. All right, let's cargo. Yes, let's do that. Oh whoops. Get check out. I don't have that anymore. I have to figure out the non okay. Oh, Procma. Oh, right. Of course. Of course, they can't find it. There we go. Okay, so now it'll be able to find it though. Main proc macro. Oh, that's what I need. Okay. Okay. All right, what else is broken? The name URL is defined multiple times. Oh, wow. So it is. So it is. App error is ambiguous. Yeah, because I've used it everywhere. I've used it everywhere. It's all over the place. Okay, let me see. Okay. Oh, super is here, right? Oh my gosh, my meeting. All right, I gotta get out of here. It's cool hanging out.